Guys, we just had one of the biggest news being released here in the last few years. This is something that is going to have a massive effect on the crypto markets, but I realize now that a lot of people don't even know why it's such a big deal and why you should care right now. So today, I'm going to go through everything here in this video. I will talk you through my trades. I will talk you through what I see happening for the markets, for Bitcoin, for altcoins. Altcoins are seeing a little bit of a nice recovery here today. Guys, very important video today. Make sure to watch it from the beginning until the end. Welcome back, everybody. My name is Chris, bringing you cryptocurrency videos every day, teaching you how to make money in this market. If you're new to the channel, then make sure to subscribe and activate the bell right now. So let us kick it off here on the Bitcoin chart. And what you can see is that my support levels are still holding up the Bitcoin price. We went down, we hit the yellow dotted line right here. We had a big push. The bulls rallied us even above my orange line at $95,000. And just like I've always been saying here, for as long as we close above the orange line at $95,000, I remain bullish on every single time frame. Next level of resistance for Bitcoin is being approached right now. It is this purple line, which is currently at about $97,800. And you can see that we're approaching it slowly here on the daily time frame. We've been pushed back a little bit here, but this will be the next level of resistance. Then you have $98,000, call it $99,000, and then $100,000. So what used to be a cluster of support right here is now more or less a cluster of resistance here, with the two moving averages as well as my orange line at $100,000. So this is still great. I still believe that we are in a bull market, and just like I said in the last few days, if anything, this would be a buying opportunity right here at the yellow dotted line at $93,000 and the $95,000 orange line here. And from this point, we are up right now about 3% for Bitcoin. So I have nothing else to say here on the shorter time frames for Bitcoin. I remain bullish. If we close below the $95,000 orange line, then I am going to turn neutral on the shorter time frames and remain bullish or remain bullish on the mid to long terms. So I want to go through the altcoin charts here real quick before we talk about the huge news that has happened, and that changes honestly everything for crypto, because you can see that even right now the altcoin market is seeing a nice little recovery here. So that is great to see. So looking at Ethereum, you can see that Ethereum is more or less going sideways here. However, you can see on the daily time frame that we're slowly making a little bit of a pattern here where we have at least a trend of making higher lows. And then if you look at this right here, you can see a little bit of a potential formation here, which we could break out of. Now, this pattern itself is more bearish than bullish in general, because we have a downtrend, you have consolidation inside of this wedge. It typically follows the trend, which is down. It typically follows it to the next leg down. But it doesn't have to be like that. It just means that we're squeezing here, and more often than not, we break down. But we could as well see that breakout towards the upside. At that point, 2,850 will be the next level of resistance. And this is also the level in which my Ethereum trading strategies are going to, or my main Ethereum strategy here is going to trade again. You can see 2,848. So if we see a pump above this point here, then my Ethereum bot is going to start to trade again. So that is amazing to see. Let us see. But the next level of support would be $2,500. Looking at Solana, we're having a little bit of a bounce for Solana. You can see my orange line here holding up this daily candle right here. So let us see if Solana can, after this massive push down, and the overall sentiment for Solana right now is still very, very bearish, guys. But just like I've been saying here, when people are extremely bearish and when things are looking very, very bad, that is when I get interested in buying. And in fact, before I entered into my Solana trade, this is exactly what I told you. And I always act on my plans. And so far, that trade actually has turned into profit. Look at this, $1,200 in profit right now for the Solana trade. I could close it right now if I wanted to. Could close it right now, but let me see. Let me think about it for the rest of this video, essentially, because typically I would want to see a push towards the next level of resistance, which is $177. And if I didn't have huge trading strategies, already having millions of dollars in exposure already to Solana, I would definitely not close that trade. But maybe because I already have such big exposure to Solana, I might close that short-term trade come the end of this video. Let us see, guys. I will talk more about that later on. But for now, find the support right here at 168. But really, I want to see some more momentum here for Solana. I want us to have a little bit more of a convincing candle right here. This one, after shooting up, it is now starting to go down a little bit. So I'm still a little bit on the fence of keeping that trade open or not. But of course, my trading strategies, I am not going to change anything. So I will still have massive exposure here to Solana, even if I close that short-term trade. For Doge, you can see that Doge has just been going sideways here. I have nothing really to say about Doge. Cardano is nice. Cardano, look at this. After having a couple of pullbacks here of my orange line, you can see that we're now trying to make another test of my orange line up at 80 cents. So that is fantastic to see. Let us see now if we can finally break above it and make a push towards 98 cents. But not looking too bad for Cardano here, in my opinion. And Cardano, my next trade is going to be if we close a couple of 4-hourly candles above this and like a daily candle, a full green candle above this point, my resistance, I am going to jump into a Cardano trade quickly with XRP. So XRP, after going down, we've now had a push towards the upside, and XRP is also honestly looking pretty good here. Nothing too much to worry about here. We had a pullback, found support, big push, found resistance here at my orange line, went down. After the resistance, we're now trying to make a push again towards the upside. So XRP is still respecting all of these levels here, and on the chart, it is looking pretty good. Now, this is actually important because on the total chart, you can see a few things. So the first thing is that you can see that we've established a very key level of support here in between $3.09 trillion and $3.15 trillion. Now, this makes me happy. Why? Because if you look at the others chart, you can see that when we broke the structure of the others chart, we went down, we went above the previous point. So if we compare that to the total chart, it would be this thing right here. We had this structure of this orange line, we went below it, and then we went above it, and now we are below it again. But if you look at the others chart, we had the same thing. We had the structure right here, we went slightly above it, but when we started to once again go down, then we had a free fall on the others chart. And this is not what you're seeing for the total chart. Instead, for the total chart, we are making a support level right here. So this is why I have been saying, like, even though I was worried about us breaking the structure here on the total chart, because I'm still bullish on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the major altcoins that generally lead this others chart, I wouldn't think that we would see a free fall on this chart. So that is great to see that is actually playing out. And now this support level, we can with confidence say that this is extremely strong. And let us see what the next leg upwards is going to be. But I believe that we are still in a good place here. I still believe in a bull market. I'm going to say that you need to be careful with which altcoins you get into. But getting into quality altcoins, I believe, is going to be massively profitable even throughout the rest of this bull run, as long as you pick the right ones and have it as a trade and not necessarily to hold for multiple weeks or multiple months, unless, of course, you're using the trading strategies, because in that case, they're automatically taking profit on the way up and buying on the way down. But if you're not using the trading strategies, I would suggest, well, not financial advice anyway, but in my opinion, I think traders are going to make the most amount of profits here, and holders, unfortunately, if you're holding 50 altcoins, 100 altcoins, I believe in general they are going to bleed out. So let us now talk about my trading strategy. So Bitcoin, with this volatility, has ended up making more profits. So that is great to see. This volatility was very welcome. So we made more profits on the Bitcoin strategy. Right now at $275,000 in profit. If you look at the Ethereum strategy, the first bot is down $50,000 almost. So that is good. We're seeing a little bit of a bounce. Of course, this is not trading until we reach 2,848. But my second Ethereum bot is actually trading right now, and it is at a profit of $2,000, strictly because of the algorithm. The position itself is down, so if you would have just bought Ethereum, you would have been down, but my algorithm has made an additional $2,763. So that is absolutely amazing to see. Let us go up here and watch the Solana bot. So Solana, I think yesterday was down like $100,000 or something, like $50,000, can't remember. But right now it's down only $9,000. So that is great to see. Let us see if we can have a bounce towards the upside for Solana here, and we will be making more profits here. For Doge, it is down $26,000. So that are the main bots. Of course, we also have the Cardano and XRP bots, and they are at exactly $33,000, both of them, in profit respectively. So that is fantastic to see as well. Overall, we're making more and more profits with the volatility here that we're seeing with the price actions. That is great. Looking at the 100x challenge, also the 100x challenge has of course made more profit with this volatility here. So waiting for the next leg upwards, and then I will take the profit, and then I will find an opportunity to compound that into the bot again. So that is absolutely amazing. Everything is going according to plan here with the trading strategies. If you look at my individual trades, you can see that the XRP trade in total is at about $3,000 in profit, realized 1,800, 1,500 in unrealized profits. So the next level, as you know guys, my trading setup, I shared that with you. For XRP, I will be taking profit once we reach a bit less than $3.24 here for XRP. If you look at my Doge trade, it is still down a little bit. So Doge trade still, but this setup, if we come down for Doge, the next level would be to buy at 21 cents if we come down to this point, or to take profit at 40 cents, whichever happens. No, not 40 cents. I think it's at 30 cents that I will be taking profit. Anyway, I have all of the trading setups in my document, of course, so you can go back and watch those. For my Solana trade, as I showed you at the beginning of this video, it is currently up about $1,000. But I do have already huge exposure to Solana here. So I don't think it was a mistake to get into this trade, but I would have wanted a bigger reaction towards the upside here for Solana. So am I going to keep it open or not? Let me make a decision right now. And I'm going to try to think of the perspective that we already have, of course, big exposure to Solana. So yes, actually what I am going to do right now is I am going to, of course, keep all of my trading strategies open, but I am going to go ahead and take that profit. It is not a lot, it's about $1,000. I will go ahead and take that profit just simply because I have so much exposure for Solana already. And the fact that even though this was a big entry, it was a very good entry, I would have wanted us to have a little bit of a more positive candle towards the upside here and have a bigger bounce here. This was not a very big bounce, not closing any of my Solana bots, but I will be closing this trade right here. So as you know, I share everything here with you. So I will go ahead and click market order here, close this long, take the $1,000 in profit. I will add that to the cheat. So if you go down to the description of this video, as you know, I'm sharing all of my trading setups here on this link right here. So for this Solana trade, not a lot, but I will be adding the profits here, $1,000 approximately. So I will update this document here in a little bit to reflect the exact, reflect the exact trade. Oh, this was the Doge trade. So let me go down. It's $1,000. But of course, the main thing that is making me the most amount of money is the trading strategy. So if you want to use my trading strategies, go down to the description of this video right now. You're able to get such good entries right now on Bitcoin and on altcoins. So sign up using this link, claim the deposit bonuses using this link, and then you have Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Doge, Cardano, and XRP using these links. And then if you want to use it for your other favorite altcoins, click on this link. It's going to take you to this page right here. And then just use these links for whichever altcoin you want to use. Huge things happened yesterday, and not a lot of people are paying attention to this. So yesterday on the FOMC Minutes broadcast, the Fed came out and said that it is about time to stop quantitative tightening. So what is quantitative tightening? It is essentially the Fed taking liquidity out of the market. So this is the chart right here. And you can see that since we saw the money printing go crazy and the Fed started to buy assets, you can see at the very most here what was that $9 trillion. The Fed has removed about $2 trillion since then. So this has put a large strain on the market because it's taken liquidity out of the market. So what the Fed are now saying, and this is, by the way, guys, one of the biggest things that the crypto markets have been waiting for. A lot of people are expecting the Fed to already start reducing the quantitative tightening and start stimulating the markets again. Of course, because inflation is still going up, they haven't started to do that yet. But if we look at what the Fed said yesterday, several participants suggest halting or slowing balance sheet reduction pending debt ceiling resolution. There it is. Quantitative tightening is coming to an end this spring. Reminder that every FOMC member has to anonymously approve these minutes. This is intentional. So this is absolutely huge. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're immediately going to start seeing quantitative easing again when the money printer goes crazy. But the facts are that every single time when the Fed, and I can show you this one right here, when the Fed have stopped quantitative tightening, they have almost always started to stimulate the economy again. So can we go down further? No, we cannot. So look at this. Here you saw they started to take away liquidity from the market, this little thing right here. And when they stopped taking liquidity out of the market, immediately they started to stimulate it again. We went up. Now, this looks small because, this looks so big, but you can see the same thing right here. We started to see the Fed take away liquidity, and then immediately they started to pump it right here. Started to slowly take it away again here in 2012. And then when they stopped, immediately started to pump again. Here, start to take away liquidity throughout 2016, 2014, 17, 18, 19. Here they stopped taking liquidity out of the market and immediately, boom, straight up. So even right here, when they stopped taking liquidity out of the market, this is actually 2022, here immediately you saw a bump up. And now we've had a prolonged period of the Fed taking away liquidity from the market. But the history shows us that whenever they stop doing that, we tend to see a little bit of a bump. And this is going to be huge for crypto. This is why, if you look at everything that's going on behind the scenes, people are too obsessed with the short term. Like, oh, Solana, Donald Trump, and these guys, they launched meme coins on Solana. Now Solana is dead, and Solana is never... crypto is not dead, guys. Crypto is thriving. Yes, you have to be careful with which altcoins to get into. Go in, have a trade, have a strategy, get in, take the profit, and put that into Bitcoin or look for more opportunities. Don't have 100 different altcoins. They are just going to bleed down towards zero. But quality altcoins for a limited period of time is going to give so insane amounts of money. Or, like I said, if you're using the trading strategies, then they are automatically set up for getting in and getting out once things start to really go down. So come the peak of the market, which I believe we are not close to yet, these trading strategies will help me get out of the altcoins. So that is great to see. But make no mistake, this is huge. This is what we've been waiting for. People are not reacting to it right now because people are very scared. People think that crypto is a scam and all of these things. I'm optimistic. I believe we're still in a bull market. And guys, I will see you guys in the next one.